body's finally warmed up. Pushing at 8:25 pace, nothing crazy. Let's keep it moving. Really crazy what 9 hours of sleep does. My body's responding really well today. Feels fine. I could extend this run, but I don't want to bump up that weekly mileage too much and then regret it on Monday. So I'm at 4.5 right now. Real easy heart rate, real easy pace. I'm extended a little bit more, but I'm about done. Done. 70 days until the Boston Marathon. Another training week is behind me. I am going to recap it for you guys. I sound like a broken record. Maybe it's because I'm doing this every single day, but thank you for watching. I had no intention of doing this in 2025. This was not on my bingo card. I have made content before, so I'm not a stranger to it. I think what got me is I realized I was living in New York City, and I am about to make my dream come true by running the Boston Marathon. Something I worked to qualify for since 2018 with just about every part of my being. I have evolved from a 3:56 first marathon to a 2:52 most recent PR. Not sure if I'll be able to get that low in time for Boston after a dormant Q4 of 2024 where I did not accelerate my fitness like I should have or build the base that I should have, but neither here nor there. I'm getting after it right now. I just had my highest mileage week in a long time since the build for the Little Rock Marathon last year, and I want to take you guys through what a week of training looks like at 55 miles. I know there's a lot of content on YouTube about 60-mile weeks or 70-mile weeks or even more competitive times than sub 3. But as someone that's ran sub 3 twice, I can tell you that it is not a joke. It is not a joke. There's a big debate online. Can anyone run sub 3? And I'm still undecided on that. Based on my experience, I think it does take a little bit of predisposition to running. I think it takes some degree of athleticism going in. Or not even, maybe it's not athleticism as much as it is having played a sport at a high enough level that you think of yourself as athletic enough for the pursuit. That might be a better way to describe sub 3 because I played pretty high level basketball. I wasn't a star player by any means. I think that experience in high school made me realize that I was a good athlete, albeit maybe a little undersized for high classification high school basketball, but I knew that if I applied myself that I could knock out sub 3. And I've always thought of myself as an athlete despite some of the dark days where I wasn't treating myself as one. But the fact of the matter is, the reason I love long form like YouTube is it's a little bit easier to think of becoming a creator in this space because it's really just chill. It's just chill. Like you just tell your story and hope that someone resonates with it. As opposed to like some of the shorter stuff does feel a little gimmicky, especially in like the running space. 55 miles in a week is no joke. I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that to preface what I'm about to share with you guys of the week in review. If you've watched my vlogs, then you caught the week as it happened. But reviewing the week, I realize how much of a grind it is. So I'm going to go through this. On Monday, February 3rd, I ran 7.21 miles at a 7:51 pace. Easy run around the park. 56 minutes of running. The next day, on Tuesday, I had a group workout in the evening, which was 4x1 mile repeats, which I did. And then I tacked on an additional loop after to get my mileage up. And I ended up running 10.33 miles at a 7:36 pace. That was an hour and 18 minutes of time on feet. The next day, I did an easy run, 6.37 miles. Call that the 10K plus type of distance. Pace of 8:31. Took an interesting route there, kind of for fun to mix it up. The next day, another easy run, 7.6 miles, 7:58 pace, 1 hour of running. I took Thursday night, I incorporated weightlifting at the CrossFit gym. And then on Friday, I took off. On Saturday, I had the 19-mile long run, 7:24 pace, 2:20 total moving time. And then today I ran just shy of 5 miles at an 8:35 pace, 42 minutes. So looking at the 55-mile week, 6 days of running. Total time spent running this past week was, total time working out was 8 hours and 19 minutes with the hour-long CrossFit workout in there. So about 7 hours and 20 minutes. Solid week. For the last 4 weeks, I've averaged 51 miles. So I'm really beginning to turn the corner towards being a 50 guy every week. But I do want to maintain that more this year to really build fitness. But yeah, great week. Great week. I'm going to get some recovery this afternoon with some compression at Restore Hyper Wellness, where my wife is working today. And then we have a service at 5 p.m. and then a Super Bowl party following. So a few things to do this afternoon, but wanted to kind of set up the home studio and talk about this training week. As I said, I had no intentions of doing a daily vlog for the Boston Marathon build, but I'm no stranger to making content, and I hope you guys are liking it. It's certainly not the easiest thing I've ever done to film every day and edit every day. However, I know there's a whole lot of people that have done this in the past. My goal right now, looking into the future, is to hammer this out and continue to build a following and create opportunities for myself in New York in the running community. But what I would like to do is move towards the fall winter for a peak race being more of like the traditional every week vlogs that are more produced once I can justify spending the money to have filmers, have editors, whatever the case is. But I think for me, I'm thinking I have to earn that with the performance at Boston, and then just with continuing to build the momentum. Because if I can continue to get more fit and continue to get faster, I think some of these stories will be even more compelling. So if you're watching this, please like the video. Just hit the thumbs up if you're on YouTube. That'd be great. If you're watching this on X directly, just hit the heart. I would like for these to spread to more people so that I can ramp up even faster. But the other thing that happened this week in 1 week of vlogging is I was shocked at the amount of YouTube impressions and views that I was able to gain just from doing this for 1 week. So I'm excited. I don't know how else to say it. I'm excited. I'm excited to see where this goes. And appreciate you guys having coffee with me a few times here and just sitting down and listening. Obviously, this is very low budget. I'm rocking on the iPhone 13. I've got this as my microphone, which surprisingly works super well. As far as the lighting goes, we've got our daylight light that we use in the winter here in New York when it gets so dark that like your body clock gets confused. So I've got that shining on me. We're just ripping it. We're just ripping it. Like, the beauty of the low budget is it's so raw and it's like what's actually happening out there that I think that these are like the humble roots that make a channel what a channel is going to end up being. And that's really cool for me. I'm editing everything on Final Cut, trying to figure out how to use Final Cut. It's been a while since I've edited video at a high level. So that's a little bit of a learning curve too, but again, great experience. I really don't have any complaints. I'm a little bit leery of like filming the group workouts because I don't want anybody to show up there and then all of a sudden they're on someone they don't know's YouTube channel. But I think opportunities to film with the group and film like more like third person type of stuff will come up. I just have to figure out how to do that in a way that makes sense. So if you're watching this in New York and you do want to run, you want to link up, you want to collaborate, maybe you're trying to do the same thing, or you just want to meet someone new, I would be totally down with that. And yeah, so it ultimately comes back to the viewers, like whatever you guys want. So it's been a week, and I'm sure next week will be a week as well. But to put 55 on the books, huge. Um, I think the daily vlogging actually held me accountable to more mileage, because posting a daily vlog that's a rest day during a marathon build might be the worst thing you have ever have to do. It's just not. It's just not it. So I'm also going to be doing some planning today of like what next week looks like on the fitness side. I think on that rest day that I plan out, I'm going to put cross training on that day just so I have something going on that I can focus on, um, to further build the fitness, because I'm getting to the point right now where I just feel better running than not. Like the one rest day I took, I could not sleep the night before the long run, and then had to do the long run solo as opposed to with a group. So these are the things you figure out as you go. But yeah, thanks for watching the channel. Please subscribe. Obviously, there's those metrics of people that don't subscribe that are watching, but God willing, would like for you to join the community, and let's roll. Let's do this thing. All right, guys. I am going to go get some recovery, and I will get this posted up. Peace.